Hello and thank you for joining me today for this video. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to apply the perfect red lips, and also I'm gonna be introducing you to my first ever products, which are a red lipstick, of course, because that's just my favorite makeup product, and also a lip brush. It's a double-sided retractable lip brush. The reason I decided to accompany my lipstick with a lip brush, because I think this is actually the secret to having perfect red lips. So I'm gonna be showing you how to use it and how to apply lipstick using the lip brush. So let me tell you a bit about this product. This is a long-lasting liquid lipstick, which means it starts off being kind of a liquid and then it dries and becomes completely matte. This one especially has a very velvety kind of finish, which means it doesn't dry the lips too much in comparison to other long-lasting liquid lipsticks. So I really like the texture of it, and of course the shade is like the perfect shade of red. I was looking for the kind of shade of red that complements as many skin tones as possible and looks very vintage inspired. I was looking for something that isn't too orangey or pink or too dark or not too bright, because then on darker skin tones it can look very orange. So I'm really happy with this shade. I think it's a very bright and very rich shade of red, as you can see. Also, I'm very proud to say this product is vegan, which is something that was really important to me. And of course, it's not tested on animals. That wasn't even an issue, but the vegan thing was an issue, and I made sure it's completely vegan. Right now, this lipstick is sold together with this brush as a set. This is the brush. I think it's really beautiful. It looks very vintagey. It's retractable, so you can put it in your purse. One side is retractable and the other side has a cap. So you can see here, this one is the side with the cap, which is a bit wider, and then the retractable side is a bit more small and pointy. Also, I love that the retractable side, when it closes completely. So if you put it in your bag, the brush itself won't be exposed to any dirt or dust in your bag. Next, I want to talk to you shortly about some red lipstick misconceptions. I think a lot of people think they can't wear red lips from different reasons. Some of those reasons might be they think it won't complement them, or their lips are not in the right shape, or things like that. So first of all, I want to tell you it does complement many different skin tones. If you feel red lipstick doesn't complement your skin tone from some reason, maybe you should just try different shades. Maybe in the past you tried one that truly didn't flatter you, but I think a lot of the times it's just a matter of applying it correctly and also having foundation on. I know it sounds weird, but if you have like little redness or just like different maybe flaws that we all have naturally when our skin is just exposed, red lipstick won't always complement you. So if you do apply red lipstick, I would suggest using it along with foundation. I'm not saying everybody needs all the time to wear foundation, but I do think red lipstick looks better on like a more clean canvas, let's just say, so there's no redness in other areas of the face that kind of distracts or even is amplified because of the red lips. So start off by using foundation. You can use red lipstick with different kind of eye makeup, even just like mascara or even just clean eyes will look good. But I do think you should complement it with foundation and also maybe some blush. That's not something I would say everybody needs to do, but I personally think it looks way better because it kind of evens out the whole look and makes everything look more harmonious. So it doesn't just look like a blank canvas and then just lips. Like if you have a bit of blush, it kind of evens out and harmonizes all the color of the face. I also find that a lot of people are afraid of red lipstick because they think their lips are too thin and it kind of accentuates that. So first of all, I have to tell you, like always, you can cheat. I'm a professional makeup artist, and when I do makeup on my clients, I always go a bit, just a tiny bit over their natural lip line. Just because if you do use your natural lip line, it might actually make your lips look smaller when you're wearing a bright color or a dark color. So when you're applying your lipstick, kind of go just if this is the line of the lip, just above it, like not like all over the place. I actually might go a bit overboard when I'm doing my own, because I don't mind looking a bit extra, but when I'm doing my clients' lips, I always kind of go just above like the outline of their lips. Other than that, I think a lot of people think that their lip shape is wrong for using red lipstick. Maybe it's asymmetrical or just pointy or just whatever. So first of all, you can fix anything. You can change up the shape of the lip. That's actually the good thing about like a bright red lipstick. You can kind of invent your lips, like you don't actually have to use the natural shape. You can just redraw them. But more importantly than that, you should know nobody has symmetrical lips. There's just no such thing. And it's also something that is very apparent. Just because it's something that's like kind of in the middle of our face, it's even more than eyes, you know. The eyes, a lot of people always notice they have asymmetrical eyes. Again, as we all have asymmetrical eyes, but that's even something that is easier to kind of hide. But lips is something that it's really like noticeable, because it's just, you know, it's not too far, like the two sides are just together. So that's something that is very noticeable. And also, this is a good time to note, actually, as a makeup artist, as a professional makeup artist who's been working for like 10 years, I can tell you, everybody thinks eyeliner is like this huge mystery and this huge thing, but red lipstick is so much harder. Like, it's so much more noticeable when it's not perfect, and it's something that really takes a lot of skill. And also, when I see a lot of makeup artists, professional makeup artists draw red lips, I can see flaws. So that's just something you have to note also for yourself when you're doing it. Like, be forgiving. Bear in mind that it will take a lot of practice, and sometimes you have off days when it's not perfect, and it's actually something that you need patience to do it. So you have to block. I personally will block like at least 10 minutes. Like, I have to know I have 10 minutes if I'm doing red lips. It's not something that I will just, you know, do when I have like 1 minute to leave the house. But when it comes to the shape of the lips themselves, just bear in mind, like, you have to fix it and you have to work on the symmetry. That's why it takes some time. And when you do it, just keep like going back and look at it from a bit of far, like not just close up. So you can kind of keep your mouth closed and look from afar and try to figure out if there is any asymmetry and fix it. Also, you will never achieve complete symmetry. We can really aim for symmetry and try to achieve it, but just bear in mind, you will never like achieve 100% symmetry. This is the human body, this is human hands that are drawing this lipstick, so it will never be completely like the two sides won't be ever completely perfect and symmetrical, but that's just normal. And when you smile and when you talk, anyway, the lips move. So I think your best effort will be to try to be as symmetrical as you can with the amount of patience that you have in that particular day. So, as you may have gathered from all of this introduction, is that this is an acquired skill 100%. This is something you have to practice and get better at, and to know your own lips and know how to draw them perfectly. But I am gonna show you how I do it and give you all my best tips and tricks. The reason I decided to launch a lip brush along with the lipstick is because, as a professional makeup artist, I think it's all about how you apply it. The product can be great and everybody loves a nice red lipstick, but applying the red lipstick correctly can really elevate your look so much more than just the product itself. So I really want to teach you how to do it correctly, and using this brush you have a few different options on how to do it. So the first option is just to use the lip applicator that comes inside of the tube of the lipstick. I think that for a lipstick applicator it's pretty great, but I personally, again, because I'm a professional makeup artist, I never use it this way. I always take the lipstick and put it on my hand and then use it. Obviously it's for hygiene reasons, because I use the same products on a lot of different people. I can't actually use like the applicator and then use it. It's actually a pet peeve of mine to see like other makeup artists do it. So I always put it on my hand and then I can, you know, sanitize the brush and so on. But I am assuming you are buying this for personal use, so you can use the applicator and then you can use the brush to kind of sharpen the edges and kind of go over the outline of the lips and perfect them. If you do it this way, I suggest using the sharper side of this brush. If you're only using the brush, as I like to do, I just put some of the product on my hand and then I use the two sides of the brush. One side is wider, so it's used more to fill in the whole like area of the lips, and the pointier, smaller side of the brush is used mainly to sharpen the outline of the lips and perfect the overall shape of the lips. In this method as well, you have two options. Either you can start with the wider side of the brush and just fill the whole lips and then use the pointier side to perfect the outline, or you can do the opposite, as I'm gonna be showing you in this video, which is create like the outline of the lips and then fill it in with the wider side of the brush. I actually use both of those methods depending on my mood, so I suggest trying these two methods and see which one works better for you. Start off by making sure you have foundation around the lips. Next, I'm taking the lipstick, putting some of it on the back of my hand and picking up the product with the sharper side of the brush. When using a lip brush, make sure to lean on your face so your hand is stable. I do so by extending out my pinky and resting it on my chin. I chose to start by outlining the lips first, that's why I'm using the sharper side of the brush. I'm drawing kind of a heart shape. I repeat the same line until the line is super smooth and not bumpy at all or incomplete. Also, make sure not starting out by going way over the lip's natural outline, but build it gradually. Make sure not to distort your lips. Keep them natural and close. You can sometimes do little distortions and open to help with drawing, but try to always come back to the natural lip position so you can clearly see the shape and symmetry. This for me is my problematic side because this side of my lips is a bit lower, but at the same time it's kind of deceptive, so if I go crazy when overdrawing it, it ends up looking wider than the other side. Anyway, just be patient and make sure to examine it from afar every once in a while and correct it accordingly. By the way, you can also lean your elbow on the makeup table for stability, but I suggest anyway using the pinky for support, even if you're doing so. Try to use the length of the brush's hair and not just the tip of it to achieve a more smooth and long line. Upper lip is pretty much done for now. Let's move on to the lower lip. This is usually the easier part to outline. I'm gonna be starting from the corners to the inner area of the lower lip. Make sure to switch your hand around when drawing the two sides. That way the shape will be more similar in both sides, and also you can get into those corners without smudging the outside of the lip area. You can kind of stretch your lower lip to see if the line is complete and smooth and fill it in. Next, we are literally just coloring inside the lines. I'm placing more product on my hand since this is liquid lipstick and it usually dries by this point. I'm now using the wider side of the lip brush, and with a generous amount of lipstick, I just fill it all in. You can stretch the lips a little to make sure you reach all the cracks and inner areas. Keep grabbing more lipstick with the brush so the lips look rich and saturated with color. Stand back, examine and perfect. I'm now back to the sharper side of the brush for finishing touches. And that's it. Next, I'm gonna show you quickly how I clean the brush. It's really simple and easy. Just grab a wet wipe, some cotton or tissue, and place some makeup remover that dissolves long-lasting makeup. Usually the dual phase are best for that. I'm cleaning the brush from both sides and then just doing lots of circular motions to remove the pigment completely. I'm also gonna use the same kind of wipe with a generous amount of makeup remover to remove the lipstick remains from my hand. Just place it and let it dissolve the dry product and wipe it off. I also like to sanitize my lip brush from bacteria using 70% alcohol. I pour it into a little spray bottle and then I spray the brush with it and also do some circular motions to make sure it's all sanitized. Now it's completely clean and ready for the next use. This is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you learned how to apply the perfect red lips. If you are interested in purchasing my products, please follow the links in the description of this video. And of course, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you can do to support my channel. And I'll see you on my next video. Thank you and kisses!